getting snatched, and I need that too. So let me go ahead and get one. And it came in last night. I was gonna put it on this morning, but I forgot because I was fooling with these lashes. But it's
I
going on.
see.
I'm
You
telling
got the lashes on and a workout,
girl,
period.
girl. I'm trying to be great out in these streets,
I
okay?
see. You
I'm trying
looking
to be great.
good.
Thank you. Thank you. Trying to be, and every time you put up a post, I'll be like, I'm trying to be like Chanel, because
Oh, I love you. Thank you. You
like,
you
I'm
you
trying to
can and
be
you will and be better than me.
right, that part, right? Okay, so I want to jump right in. I want to jump right in, and I want to ask about your beginning and
Okay.
your GLP-1 journey, and if you had any hesitations about starting it and what they were, if you had any.
Yeah, I started at 240 pounds. My highest weight ever was 250 pounds right after postpartum. And I had before that, right before I got pregnant, I was on phentermines and I had lost 50 pounds. But I
Okay.
hated that. So I was familiar with using, a medication to lose weight, but I definitely
Okay.
didn't want to do that again. So absolutely no hesitation. I was like, baby, we got to get this weight off of me. Like that was just it. So there was really no hesitation. I did a lot of research for months. I
Okay.
wouldn't necessarily call that hesitation, but definitely wanted to be thorough in my research. Um, but yeah, no hesitation. I was like, baby, I have to do this. Or like I said, okay, I want to give myself another year to lose weight, or I was having bariatric
Okay.
surgery, which I didn't necessarily want to do because I didn't know anything about having bariatric surgery. I just knew that was the only way to get a massive amount of weight off. But nope, I only told a couple people and then I just started documenting my journey here on TikTok.
Okay, so you and I are alike in that, because when I tell you I went to so many consultations about having surgery, because I just, like you said, you didn't hear about anything else. I didn't know
That's
about anything
all.
else, but I knew I needed to be down at least 100. And so I
By
was just
tomorrow.
like, right, right. But then I had so many friends that had the surgery and gained their weight back, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And now in retrospect, it's like when I talk to them now, because a lot of them are in the GLP-1 community, they're like,
Mhm.
I never fixed my relationship with food, right?
Mhm.
And so now, of course, 2 years in, I know so much more. And so that when I joined Fridays, that was one of the questions that I asked Dr. Joy. I was like, how do you start the process of healing your relationship with food? Because I think that part is missing from so many people's journey.
Yes.
How have you started the process?
I've started the process. Well, my main issue with food was overconsumption. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think it was from birth control. Like, I just had an insatiable appetite after I started doing birth control. And so I
Okay.
just started the process where um, I eat for fuel. Eat for fuel. I don't eat
Okay.
for taste necessarily anymore. I know that's a big part of a lot of people's journey. But I
Right.
eat for fuel. I eat for, like I always say, eat for teeth health, eat
Right.
for,
That part.
body physique, body health, muscle growth in the right places. So that type of thing kind of motivates me to have a better relationship with food because if I'm eating cookies or I've never been really a dessert person, I'll be honest, but if I do have those
Okay.
things, I look at it as is not being nutritionally beneficial to me. There's no
Okay.
protein, well, not a ton of protein, not a ton of fiber, not a ton of great calories. So it's like, ugh, give me the chicken.
Right. So tell me, how far are you in your journey? Like, where are you at? How much did you lose?
Yeah, so I am currently in maintenance. I lost 90 pounds in 82 weeks, so like 1.1 pound a week. And I've been in maintenance for the last 8 months.
That is amazing. Hold on, cause girl,
Thank
you
you,
did
thank
that.
you, thank
You
you.
did that. Cause I am 2 years in, and down 70, and I tell people
Yes.
like, right, and I'm not taking away from my journey. I just needed a little bit more support, and I wish that I had joined join Fridays earlier so that I could get that
Absolutely.
support, because I feel like I would be a lot stronger mentally, emotionally, all of that, having that support, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know from you, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you, because I want to switch gears, because when I tell you, be out here motivating me,
Oh, I
how
love
would
you.
you judge how would you judge your content creation from the time you started posting GLP-1 up until today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would
Ooh.
you rate yourself?
Woo. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me start with the rating. Like rating like, okay, it's gotten better. I I could do better, definitely. I'll say, a six, a six. I
Really,
could do it.
Chanel?
I
Because
will.
girl, your
I
workout videos, the way you
thank
just be on
you.
there, and you just, I'm like,
I'm
can
hard on
you,
myself.
do you go, right, we all are. Do you go back though and look at your first set of videos that you started making in the community?
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Let? I really started just to want to be funny. Like I never intended to be like this whole advocate, and I just wanted to make funny content really about Ozempic and Mount Jaro and just not really talk about. I have a lot of education about it, but I really didn't intend to. So I would just make little funny videos about it. But now I'm whole live making like educational videos. So
Right.
yeah, it's crazy. And I just started as one little thing, and now it's become this huger big thing. So yeah.
How do you like it though? Like, do you like the process? Are you like setting it up where you're like, okay, I'm going to do a certain amount of videos a day? How does your whole content creation process go?
Woo, the struggle. I struggle really, really, really bad. I have horrible since when it comes to trying to divvy up my time, being a mom and working full time and then having this on the side. So Chat GBT is going to help me develop a better schedule when it comes to this. So really, I'm just on the fly, on the cuff. Like my creative side of my brain is this small, so it's like
Right.
barely active. But when it gets active, it can get there. But I'm definitely struggling these days because I feel like, and especially back in the day, I had a lot more time to do longer
Right.
form content and have days of filming, and now I just don't.
Right. So, which brings me to my next question. What does balance look like for Chanel?
I'll be. Ooh, girl, who sent you? God,
We want to know more. We want to know all the things, because
girl, you is
because
all in
we're
my
all
business.
struggling with that,
For
right?
real. Well, good to know. I'm
We
I'm
struggle.
truly I'm truly struggling with balance. Truly, truly.
Right.
Eh, I used to, like I
Yeah,
said, I used to
we
have a
all
lot
are.
more balance, but now my like, I can't find it. So I'm struggling, and I'll be honest, that's like the biggest struggle in maintenance for me is like finding balance with content
Okay.
creating, with mom life, with my personal life. Like,
Right. And so we all just trying to work through it. We are a work in progress. But I think it's important for people to hear that
yeah,
you're struggling, because they just look at where you are now, right? They don't look
exactly.
at everything that it took for Chanel to get to where she is now. I've talked to a few people that are in maintenance, and they're like, I don't like this part. Like, I like
Really?
the part of when I was in it, in the trenches, losing, but they're not they're not really liking maintenance. How are you enjoying maintenance? More
Oh,
than you are, or you are.
I absolutely love maintenance.
You
I
do?
love, love, love maintenance. Yes, because I'm like a person like if I need to get something done, like I can only see that. I have super tunnel vision. So like
Okay.
that's why the first 2 years, a year and a half of my journey was like super. Well, even 2 years just up to recently, very disciplined. Like I was very okay. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And now I'm not having that much discipline, so I can understand maybe that's why people don't like it, and they like the thrill of losing every week too. But no, I'm so glad to be out of the journey. I love maintenance.
Really?
I do,
Okay,
I
that's good.
do.
That's good to know, because people that I talk to are struggling, not just with maintaining, because they're like, I can maintain, but okay, so I promise I'm not trying to be all in your business, but there are some people in maintenance that family isn't approving of. They're
Mm-hmm.
just like, you look weird. I'm not liking
Oh
you
yeah,
as
that's a
like
big
this.
part.
Is that something that you've ever had to experience in your journey with your family not being supportive?
No, not really.
No.
People say little things, and I'm honestly like a very passive person. Like, especially now, I honestly tell them, "Oh no, tell me what you felt, how you felt about my bigger self. I want to hear it," just because I'm nosy. But people say things, and it doesn't bother me. Um, but it's not like I don't have their approval. People say I look good, and but I also have sympathy, or empathy for those people because I can understand how losing 100 pounds is just mind-boggling because it's mind-boggling to me, mind-boggling to other people where we can't get rid of our body dysmorphia when we look in the mirror. So you can't imagine like somebody else who doesn't see you every day, going through that as well. So I have a little bit more empathy and for my friends and family who see me now.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't struggle with that. They are very, of course, they'll say little things, but they're very supportive.
Okay.
And a lot of them found out
Um,
here on TikTok.
I'm right. So have people in your family or friends, like somebody you went to high school with, have they been messaging you like, "Hey, I want to get started," but like behind the scenes?
Yep, for sure,
You
for
have?
sure.
Yeah. That was a lady that I used to work with had sent me a message, and she was just like, "I've been watching your videos," and she was like,
Oh,
"I'm in menopause and I'm going through, so much, and I don't really hear people my age going through it." But she was just like, "I like that you just put it out there." I was like,
yeah,
"Girl, it is what it is. I'm having hot flashes, I'm having all the things, my skin doing something crazy. So I know that I'm not the only one. So let me put that out there, for
exactly.
people that are needing that help." Was that kind of like one of the reasons why you became an advocate, was because you wanted more people to feel like how you were feeling, like
Oh,
overcoming it?
absolutely. Absolutely. I always say I love everybody. I do it for everybody, but especially my women. After we, have babies and get married and kind of lose ourselves being somebody's mama or somebody's wife or girlfriend, or, we do so much for other people, especially as women, we put ourselves on the back burner. So I just wanted
Right.
to let people know you're not the only ones. And guess what? There are solutions to get yourself back on track, whether it be weight, whether it just be health, whether it be fitness, whatever. You can get yourself back on track. It's possible. So I definitely do it for my
Right.
ladies.
Okay. Now tell us what you said, that before you were like very strict, right, in the
hmm
things that you ate. How has that changed now that you're in maintenance? And tell us what an average day of eating for Chanel looks like.
Ooh, okay. So when I was actively in losing, I was strictly pescatarian and low carb. Y'all
Okay.
wouldn't catch me eating no bread, no pasta, none of it. I was very protein veggies. Like I kid you not, protein veggies, complex carb earlier in the day. Now you might
Really?
catch. What'd you say?
Really? Like
Yeah, yeah.
no bread, no pasta, no rice? For
No,
how many
only
months,
brown,
Chanel, did you do that?
only brown rice and quinoa. Probably for like a whole year at least straight.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't bother me because I really don't eat a lot of like bread. Especially when you go pescatarian, like you don't really need kind of bread,
Okay.
and that's why I went pescatarian because I was a sandwich girl, like sandwich and chips, meat all day long. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I was like, when you go pescatarian, I really need the bread. That kind of stops me from eating a lot of fast food,
Okay.
um, and stuff like that. And I'm a pasta girl too. But then when I found out I'm also insulin resistant, carbs are like the worst thing for people who are insulin resistant. So I knew that I had to cut back on that because I do love me some carbs. So
Right. Me
yeah,
too.
for a year straight, I was very, very strict protein veggies, and brown rice and quinoa. Um,
Okay.
and like I said, it doesn't really bother me because I eat pretty plain anyway. It was just when I have arthritis, the inflammation in your body makes you crave sugar. So I started
Okay.
eating the cookies and the candies and the cakes. Never in my life, even as a child, like I would not like ice cream, candy, all that. I never liked sweets. I've always been a
Really?
salty and savory girl. But once I was diagnosed with arthritis, I could not keep a piece of candy out of my mouth.
What? Tell us about that. Tell us about your arthritis and how much better it is now that you are on a GLP-1.
Yeah. So I was diagnosed with arthritis after I had my baby. It was from trauma from delivery, and well, not really delivery, but anyway. But yeah. So I had the baby. When I had the baby, I was 240 pounds, and that's when I realized obesity is a disease. Because right before I told you I lost 50 pounds, and I was 240
Right.
pounds before. Literally the day I gave birth, 240 pounds. Then in the next couple days or next, week or so, I lost about 20 pounds. So I was down to like 222, 225, whatever. And then, 6 months later, I was back to 250 pounds. Why?
Wow.
Because again, cakes, cookies, inflammation, all these things that were working against me with the arthritis. They never gave me any medication. They just said, you need to lose 50 pounds in 6 months. Have a good day. And
Wow.
needless to say, I did not lose a pound because I couldn't. It was very, very hard. With all the diagnosis stacked against me, I just could not, and I like you, I'm a gym girly. I could do a little kitchen stuff, but I like the gym. So I could not get in the gym. I literally would go to the gym and, be in so much pain the next day, couldn't get out of bed, had to go back to the hospital or the doctor because I was in so much pain from my arthritis. And once I started taking this medication, I didn't even realize it. I've just realized it recently how instant it stops the inflammation in your body. And I started taking it. I didn't even realize it was helping me with flexibility and stuff. Well, not subconsciously, but so I started in November 2022, and then April 2023, I did a video where I was like crouching down and helping my son do something. And somebody commented, okay, knees. And I was like, you know what? I am down here kind of long. Wait a minute. I haven't had an arthritis flare up
Okay.
in 6 months. And now it's
What?
been, over 2 years since I've had maybe one arthritis flare up. And that was only because I was driving long distance. I drove like 20 hours
Okay.
in like a short amount of time. So that really count. But if I had to say, I've had one arthritis flare up in 2 years.
That is amazing. Like to not
Yes.
be in that pain, and then you didn't even realize that you wasn't in pain in the beginning,
Right.
right?
I can walk, Lett. I had a walker at one point. I can walk with no pain. I've been doing cartwheels, I go to the gym every day. I've been active, okay?
Uh, okay, so I need to know this because one thing that people know
Yeah.
about Chanel is Chanel be outside. Was Chanel outside at 240, or is Chanel you was outside at 240?
Yes.
I ain't mad at you. I know that's right.
Yes, girl, a hot mess. I just be outside. The
Yeah,
streets,
I'm
the streets love me.
listen. Okay, listen. If you not watching Chanel, because it really should be called Your Favorite Accountability Partner and Ezra. They need their own reality show. The two of you,
We
he is so
do.
cute. Right. He is so cute. And it'd be like, I hear like people that have smaller children, they be like, when we in the house and it's just me and the child, like we fine. Soon as I turn the camera on, they want something. Right. And I'll be
As
like,
soon as.
everybody. Soon as you turn the camera on, I'm hungry. Can you play with me? I want this. And you be like, but we was just chilling. You ain't even say
Literally.
that.
He just was over
They
here
want
knocking
all
on
the
the
juice
door.
boxes. Right. I want to know throughout, you said it's been almost 2 years that
It's
you've
been,
been on
yeah,
your
over,
journey.
yeah, over 2 years.
Over 2 years. What's one thing that you've learned about yourself on this journey that you didn't know about Chanel before?
Mm, that's a good question. That I can be consistent. Like I
I
told you,
listen. I love that. Yes. Right.
yeah, like I just, I'm a strong starter. I like to say that I am a strong starter. And then after that, babe, we're off of it. But it's been over 2 years being consistent, with the journey, with my health, with with everything. So, and then even content creating too. I've always wanted to do it, always wanted to start it, but I would just start it and then never post anything. And now I've been content creating for over 2 years as well.
Right. Now,
Oh yeah, good
again,
one,
not
good one, Tay. I also know how to show up on time.
right, right, not trying to be too much in your business. I mean, I know I have. But how have you evolved, right? Like I know sometimes, especially with our arthritis, we're not always able to kick that leg up. Now that you're 90 down, are you
Period.
able to kick the leg up and do all the other things that you may not have been able to do before?
Yes, yes. I've been doing cartwheels. My son has been trying to learn how to do cartwheels, so I've been teaching him. And one of my biggest goals as far as flexibility is to be able to do a split again. Now, back in the day, I was a cheerleader. So that
What?
cartwheel round off split was my combo. So my goal, maybe by the end of this year, I said last year, but maybe it's mental for me for my arthritis. Of course, I don't want to re-injure myself, and I'm doing so well,
Right.
but I definitely want to build up to be able to do a full cartwheel round off split again.
Listen, I'm here for it. Now, Delonte is one of them. Was she gonna take it up or not? She gonna get the cheerleader outfit and then do the split for the husband? I want. Are we doing that over here too? Cause I'm here for it. I'm
Yes.
here for all of it.
If
Right?
my auntie gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too. Yes.
I know. No, that's
I
right.
love her. She's so extra. I love it.
Right. Right, but it's needed, right? Because I think sometimes you come in people's lives. Now I don't know, because I'm new to the affiliate thing, right? But
Hmm.
I feel like when you come in, the first thing people asking you is how much you lost. What's the time frame?
Right.
What did you do? Are you stacking? If the conversation isn't about that, how fast you lost, the peptides, the lipo P, the lipo C, the numbers go down. How do you handle that as being a content creator, hosting lives, or do you just not focus on that and you just focus on, let me just tell my story? Because I'm
I
finding that out lately.
Yeah, I really just focused on telling my story, and if I help one person,
Right.
even if one person out of 2 years, but definitely, you just getting started. So, but as time goes on, like I have a full probably plethora of screenshots of people saying, I think somebody literally said, I thank God, you, and they put me next to God. Like, but no,
Oh,
people will thank you. You may not see it now, and just remember, a lot of people are starting. When you start them up too, but in a couple months, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. I really just focus on telling my story. I'm not. I even beat myself down a lot of because I'm not. I don't feel like I am where I should be, but I am. Here telling my story, and that's all I can do.
right. Do you have, we were talking about this before, about having like a top five. Does Chanel have a top five in TikTok community and outside? Like, who do you go to when you need just somebody to pray over you and pray with you, right? Like, I feel like that's important to have that inside and out of TikTok, because the people in TikTok get it, right? They get that
Right.
some of the struggles that you experience, that people that you may have grown up with or your favorite cousin may not get. Do you have that?
On TikTok or use outside of TikTok?
Both.
But yeah, both for sure.
Okay.
Everybody has been pretty like supportive. I even have like a gym rats group outside of TikTok that even just people
Okay.
who aren't on the meds can join. Like
Oh,
everybody in my life is so supportive. I try not to be around non supportive people just in general.
because
But
it's right, because it's toxic.
yeah,
It,
because at
it
the end of the
can be.
day, I'm a do it. I gotta do it. So either you're gonna
I
be
know
with it or
for
not.
me, right, but I know for me though, like I was always the friend that would sit, I would go out, but I would sit and hold everybody purse, while they
Mm,
got up and went and danced. And so now sometimes some of my friends, I'm actually smaller now, even though I'm in the middle of my journey, than some of my friends were when we were younger and go out. Because sometimes you age, you gain a little bit of weight, and they're just like, I'm
right,
okay with it,
right.
right? But I feel like they treat me differently. than
Oh,
they used
really?
to when I was in a larger body. Have you experienced that with any of your friends
No.
or associates? No?
No,
Okay,
not that I
that's good.
realize. Not that I feel like for other reasons, but that's neither here nor there. Not because wait.
Uh, right, right. Because sometimes people see a glow up and they like, oh, you changing. Like I've
Right.
gotten that in the last 2 years, like you're changing. And I'm like, but
Really?
you saying that like it's a bad thing. I think that is good for people to change and grow. Right. And if
Right.
you can't be there to support me in my growth, then you aren't the friend that I thought you were. Like I've had to experience that in this journey. And I just think that, you know, that I think that growth is good. I think that
Right.
sometimes people get stuck and stagnant in their life and they don't like to see you continue to grow and evolve because that triggers something within them. And a lot of time it's fear, right? Because people will be like, I don't see how you, literally sisters are like, I don't see how you putting all your business on the internet. And I'm like, I put out what I want to put out,
About me.
right? Like, about me. It's not like I'm out here telling all of it, right? But I share what I think is going to help somebody else. And isn't that what we're
Exactly.
supposed to be doing anyway? That's what it's here for. It's 2025. And then I'm not saying anybody has to do, no, you don't have to be like me or Chanel and put your information out there. But if you feel like it's gonna help somebody, and I've received messages. I know you have because you've been an affiliate for so much longer than I have. But
Mm-hmm.
I do get messages from people saying you don't understand how you sharing that helped me.
Exactly.
And that's what
Exactly.
it's for. Even if you just get that one message, like that's what it's for because we're supposed to be helping each other. But I don't want to get on my soapbox because it's not about me, it's about you. And I want to know if somebody was just brand new coming into the community and just starting their GLP-1 journey today, what are three pieces of advice you would tell them to start off with?
Ooh, I would say take the pictures. That's one of my biggest regrets. I didn't really like take the whole, bra and shorts picture, and I wish I would have
But you
because
did though, Chanel. I just seen some pictures of you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cause I
they
see pictures of
were.
you in larger body all the time. I be like, oh my gosh, look at her jawline. Like,
Thank
girl, you
you.
took the
Thank
pictures.
you. Thank you. But I wish I
I
would have took
love
like a
seeing
formal,
them.
like, about face,
Okay.
do the whole thing.
Like the bra and
Um,
panty ones.
yeah, yeah. I just been like throwing some stuff together. I have enough, but I wish I would have like really done that. So take the pictures during your journey, enjoy your journey. Um, Bathroom routine, okay? I'm very, 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 very strict on that. My goal is to get everybody on a GLP-1 to use the bathroom at least once a day, okay?
Okay,
So
wait. We gotta pause right there. Cause what you doing to be able to do that? Cause the struggle be real over here.
the struggle be real. I don't have, even on semaglutide, I don't have that problem. I go every day. There's not a day that I've never gone, Let. I go multiple times a day.
What?
I mean, obviously, I'm just really, really regular, but fiber, lots of water, veggies, Kiala.
Right. So I had to, because it was like a few days ago, it was like 3 or 4 days that I hadn't gone. And I'm
What?
telling you, I was on my way to the emergency room. I was like, something ain't right. Because I was on the Kiala kick, right? But then I was like, I want to give my body and my system a break and see if I can go every day on my own. So I took a break from the Kiala. Why did I do that? I'm telling you, I
You
had to make
did.
up a concoction the other day in order to get me to go. And that was, it's a
Oh,
Bella Detox. I mixed it with Miralax and Kiala, and it worked within 24 hours. And I was like, okay, now I
okay.
can go back to the, because for me, the Kiala, if you haven't gone, the Kiala won't make you go by itself. But once you go, you can take it and it'll keep you regular,
Right, right.
right? So that's just been my experience. Okay, now you could go to number two. Wait, no, or three.
Number three. And my third one is eat. 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 Of
Yeah.
course, find that balance with a healthy relationship with food. But eat. You can eat. You can eat. Set an alarm. Eat. Eat.
Is that what you do? Do you, or did you have to in the beginning to set an alarm, or did
Yes,
you
I
have
still
like so
do.
much? You do? Okay.
Yep,
Now,
yep.
are you on TERS or SEMA, or have you switched back and forth?
So I've been switching back and forth. Technically, I'm on Wegovy this week.
I know that's right. Okay.
Little this, little that.
Listen, listen, this is the first time in my journey that I've been on compound. I am a type 2 diabetic, so I've been on MJ up until January, which is when I went to 12.5 on compound. And now I'm on 15 of compound. And I'm liking compound.
Good.
I
Better
am
than brand?
really, I can't say. I can't
Mm-hmm.
say. I like the fact that I don't have the fatigue that I had
Right.
on brand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was huge for me because especially on 15 on brand will put you on your ass. I mean, it had me late in a fetal position. Like I couldn't work during the day because I was so
Oh,
tired and just all the things. But I'm not experiencing that on brand. So I was like, okay, I might stay on brand a little while. Plus I'm trying to, do all the things. But I want to know what's next for Chanel? Like, what goals do you have that you are planning on crushing in 2025?
oh, brand deals. So if anybody is in here on a brand, call me. It don't matter what it
Girl,
is. But I definitely want to do more beauty content for sure, and definitely start really getting into YouTube because that's something I've always been wanting to do, and I've been
YouTube
scared.
is, hold on, forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. Um, but YouTube is a whole nother beast. Can we have that
Right.
conversation real quick?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, over here, I was just telling them yesterday, I was just like, YouTube is a different beast because on TikTok you will get all the comments, right? Like it is like pulling teeth to post on YouTube and get somebody to put a comment. It is like pulling teeth to get a subscriber,
Right.
right? Like it
Right.
is so hard or it's such a different beast over there. And I'm just like, you know what? Consistency is key. I am going
Consistency is
to
key.
I'm gonna tackle it because I know you and I've had conversations about even Instagram. And I'm like, Chanel, how did
Yes.
you even get on Instagram? Like it's just because the energy over there is different and it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
even with the GLP-1 community, it's weird over there.
It is. It is, but we just got to stay consistent and it's going to come. As you know, we have friends that are very successful over there on Instagram as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
consistency, especially. I think TikTok, I mean, consistency is good, but you don't have to be as consistent. But over there on Instagram, especially YouTube, you got to be on your P's and Q's.
You do. And they say, because I feel like anything that you're going to tackle, do your research first, right? Like, do your research. So they say that you shouldn't just put out short form. Like, you shouldn't just
Right.
put out shorts. You need a balance of long form over there, too, because if once you decide to do long form, people probably won't watch you because that's just they're used to seeing your shorts. What's been your go-to or your strategy for growing your YouTube? What is it?
That's a good question. So right now, I've been focusing on the shorts just because I have, the content. So that's where I can be more
Mm-hmm.
consistent. And I think they won't even let you post videos if they're not horizontal. If they're vertical,
Yeah, that
videos, they
part.
make them short. So you just have to. So most of my videos are, vertical. And so anyway, but I do plan to get one of those DJIs soon, so I can, do more long form content. And that is like my
Okay.
biggest fear because I'm not a long form girl. Even here on TikTok, like they want you to, even though nobody watches it, but they want you to do more long form and speaking in front of the camera, and that will get you more attraction and more views. But I hate talk. I can do a live all day, but I hate doing like pre-recorded videos. So that's going to be like the biggest struggle. But that's definitely my strategy over there on YouTube to, get the camera and really sit down and take time to do videos, even though I don't love it.
Right. So let me tell you one of the things that I've been doing.
Okay.
Because you know that TikTok records your lives. So
Right.
I've been using my Fridays lives as long form on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. because like I'm like you, I can't just turn it on like, and that's why even like in my videos I'll do a voiceover, because if I'm not talking to somebody, it weirds me out. So I'd
Yeah.
rather just like do my skincare and do a voiceover in the back, or like not just set the camera up and just start talking. Like I need to feel and feed off of people's energy. So that's
Yes,
what
me
I've been
too.
doing. I've been posting that. So that's considered, and these like this is gonna be on YouTube also. Like I consider this to be long form. So that's how
Right.
I've been kind of like cheating the system over there.
You think it's smarter,
Instead
not
of
harder.
like,
And I'm a harder thinker, and I need to
right.
get out of that because I'm wasting a lot of time.
Right. And that's what we listen. I am one of those people for a long time, Chanel. I would be in my head and procrastinate like nobody's business and never get started, or started a little bit and then fall off.
Yep.
Like you said, this is the longest that I've been consistent with putting
Yes.
myself first in my
Good,
life,
good, good.
right? Like, and we have to give ourselves and give other people their flowers when they do that. So I want to give you your flowers, because
Thank you,
you have been
Queen.
out here motivating people in ways that you don't even know, you can't even imagine. So I want to
Thank
say
you,
thank you
Queen.
from the community. You are out here doing it, and we love you.
Love you. Thank
Give her.
you.
You're welcome. I want to thank you for taking time out of your Saturday morning, taking time away from Ezra and your
No,
family
no, thank
to
you.
spend with us. Don't do my baby like that. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. And the
Thank you
community
so
thanks
much.
you. Right.
Thank you. And thank you for spending time telling your story and having people on. I'm absolutely,
Right.
obsessed with you and Team TMI and like y'all mornings, even though I'm not there, I'm there in
Hey.
spirit.
Right. I know it's too early for some people. It'd be too early for us and the shenanigans that go on. It'd be
y'all
early.
y'all
I
be
get it.
on it. The topics,
Like,
the working out, I just love that part obviously, but the topics are so real. Y'all are so real, and thank you for sharing your life. Seriously. We appreciate it so much.
thank you. Thank you. I want to
Yes,
thank
yes.
everyone who took time out of their morning to come hang out with me and
Thank
Chanel
you.
and listen to us. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You could have spent this time with anyone, but you decided to spend it with us, and we are so grateful. And remember, let your light shine. Let your light shine without dimming it for anyone or anything, because the world needs your light, your love, your grace. Until next time, friends. Thanks again, Chanel. See you
Love
later.
you. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.